Arizona's news headquarters at 200 ETV. This is 12 News.
All right, well, right now, a lot of people are getting ready for a worst-case scenario. Arizona's treasurer says the state has enough cash on hand to operate for at least the next 6 weeks. And if necessary, the state could access a $1 billion line of credit. But what about your finances, all of our finances? Well, joining me now is Cynthia Fick. She's the founder of Financial Life Planners. Cynthia, thanks for getting up and joining us. So you say, take a deep breath. Yes. Calm down. We've gone through this process before. Maybe not up to the 11th hour like this, but we've gone through this process before.
This has happened 90 times where we've, had to increase the debt ceiling. So this is not a new situation. This, happened 90 times since 1940.
Right, but we've never gone through a default.
Right, and I think this is a lot of political posturing. I think there's a lot of squabbling going on, but bottom line, I don't know that either party is going to want to be held responsible for, sending us into default.
Yeah, certainly a very high-stakes game of chicken going on right now. So let's talk about what we can be doing right now to sort of have as much control as we possibly can of, a potential outcome. You say check your credit score, a number one thing.
Yeah, that's really important. You need to get your own financial house in order, and the first thing is look at your own credit score. See how you're doing. Did you know that every year you can get a free credit report from all 3 credit reporting agencies, free if you ask for it? So go to annualreport.com and you can get a free credit report there.
Okay, so what are you going to do with that exactly?
You're going to go through and make sure there aren't any errors in it. Make sure everything's up to date. Get real about your debt, and then you come up with a plan on how you're going to pay it off.
Okay, so a lot of people are dealing with, obviously, credit card debt. What do you suggest they do? I mean, saying pay it off is easy, but the fact is most people are not going to be able to pay off their credit card debt before August 2nd.
Yeah, so just go look at the credit report, see what you got, get real, and then plan on start to pay off your highest credit
your highest interest rate, or your highest amount of debt on the card. First. Highest balance rather than your highest rate.
Exactly. So go start paying that down, and as you start to see success, that dropping, you're going to feel better about it, and then move on to the next. Take the money you were paying on the first one, put it towards the second one.
If we do go through a default, which obviously is a big if, where are we going to feel it? Where are we really going to get hit?
Well, I would think that it's going to show up in that we're all going to need to have a little bit more on hand for savings. We need to start raising some cash, even start in small ways, small things you can do. Set up an automatic $100 to go in your checking account, your savings account every paycheck. Small little things like that.
So that's more important than paying off the credit card debt then in your mind, or vice versa?
It's kind of like what's happening in the government. It needs to be a combination of the two. You need to start saving some money, and again, don't go out to eat one time a week and save that $50. Brew your own coffee, don't go to Starbucks. Do those small things, cut back yourself, and then also come with a very realistic plan for paying off your own debt. That's the bottom line. But again, the bottom line is don't panic. There's nothing you need to rush out and do over the weekend. These are long-term things of you just getting your own financial house in order.
Okay, good advice, Cynthia. Thank you. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
From your lips to hopefully Washington's mouth, right, Joe?